Well, we are on our way to Mansard, Alcove. And they say it's a strenuous hike. And they're right, it is. We've probably been hiking for 45 minutes. And I don't know, maybe we're up 500 feet since we left. Beautiful day, probably in the mid 50s at this time. And we're about 5-6 miles east of Kanab, and at the moment we're probably a mile north of Highway 89. Anyway, these old pinions, we were told by a friend that these are probably 700-800 years old. Well, roughly right in the center of our lens, there's an alcove, and that's where we're heading. And it's probably another mile hike. And within that alcove are some interesting pieces of rock art. So that's where we're going to head. And we're in this stand of pinyon juniper.
We're on a plateau.
Yeah, we're on a plateau. Well, we have a ways to go to our destination, and we came upon this formation, and we're going to check it out. Kind of cool.
Incredible.
Now, we're noticing the rocks here, and you'll see the fins, that's what I call them, fins, very thin layers of rock. Well, we're here, and we're going to go down and check out the Petroglyphs. And I don't know if we're up, I think we're up 1,000 feet now. It was quite a hike. And we joined a ATV path for the last 200 yards or so, and this can be accessed from Johnson Canyon Road. But obviously we hiked it.
Holy cow, Steve, all up in there. You need
Yeah.
to get all of them.
Yeah, this rock art, it's all supposed to be on the floor. This looks like a guy holding a bow, shooting an arrow. This floor is at about I'd say a 30-degree angle. Yeah, and this art goes, you can see it going up the incline here. Gotta be careful not to step on it. There was, see up in there, there's that round circle. Someone figured that was maybe a calendar. We'll kind of walk up there and take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, there's all this.
Yeah.
It's like, it goes and goes.
Yeah.
Wow, Steve. Here are those feet and all of that kind of stuff up in here.
Yeah.
Huge. It's huge.
Well, I'm just gonna, whoops, be careful. I'll just kind of pan this. So Jeannie and I are just talking about some of these figures. The one in the lens right now looks like a snake. And that's probably, I'd say, wouldn't you say, from head to toe, probably
3 feet?
2.5, 3, yeah.
Yeah. Down here looks like it's a rattler, because look at the rattles down here.
Sure.
And look at the shape of the head.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really interesting.
And then this circular thing might be some type of a calendar. And I'd say that's about 14, 16 inches in diameter. And then there's another circular pattern here. Again, maybe some type of a calendar. Anyway.
Looks like turkey tracks over here, and snail.
Yeah.
A person. Look at this long person.
And this, I think it was Anasazi. They figure this was from 0 to 1250 AD is roughly when they were in this area. Anyway, very interesting.
These look like turkey tracks to me, and maybe these are turkeys going up through the juniper and pinyon, because these look like they could be trees, the
Sure.
branches of the trees, or,
Sure.
or it might be flowers, who knows.
Sure.
And then there's like a long trail, looks like a ladder going up to a person. Maybe that person was climbing up a ladder to get up. And it's just interesting. I mean, let your imagination play,
Sure.
because it could be so many absolutely awesome things. But I think there's animals here and plants and people, and it's an incredible sight. I'm excited to be here.
Kind of protected from the wind, aren't we, in here?
Yeah. I was thinking maybe we should have our lunch right here.
Sure. So as we're having our lunch here, we're talking about this alcove. And we've determined that from the far west end through the alcove itself here, and then coming around and going over down in here to the east end, that it's probably closer to what Jeannie said before, maybe 125 feet. And where the rock art starts, where the sand meets, and then probably up into where my camera is pointing now. That might be 50 feet, 60 feet. Anyway, it's a spectacular day. And we're looking due south right now. That's Highway 89. And I'm standing in the very, very far western corner of the alcove, just to give a view of this. Jeannie noticed this kind of a
Ditch.
a track, a path, and we were wondering what was causing that.
Maybe sand as opposed to water.
Yeah, well, combination of two.
But it had to have been formed before the petroglyphs, because there are petroglyphs made within those little troughs.
Oh, sure.
Do you notice that up there?
No, I didn't, but let's go up there. And
The troughs had to be created before the petroglyphs, because petroglyphs are made within those troughs.
yeah,
It looks like maybe snail, maybe, I don't know, maybe the track a snail makes, and it goes up to the person. I don't know, but it's just kind of interesting to me
Yeah.
that it would have been done before or after the trough. So